Here is the ENTP personality type explained. ENTP, which stands for Extroverted, Intuitive, Thinking, and Prospecting, is one of the 16 personality types identified by a personality assessment called the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator (MBTI). The ENTP can be thought of as the debater or as an innovator, because he or she tends to be bold and creative, deconstructing and recreating ideas with great mental sharpness. Strengths. The strengths of this personality type are prominent, and being aware of them will help you to achieve success in different areas of life, including career and relationships. Resilience. The ENTP's bravery in the face of adversity is one of their greatest qualities and keys to success. These are people who aren't scared to try, fail, and try again, potentially thousands of times. They don't see failure as a setback, but rather as another step on the road to success. They are unaffected by doubts as they create and innovate, and they are rarely spooked when things don't go as planned. They perceive all issues as possibilities to be welcomed and explored. Open-mindedness. ENTPs are naturally open-minded individuals who are capable of seeing things from several perspectives. While some may be set in their ways, the debater prefers to be open to new possibilities. ENTPs dislike the concept of sticking to the same old routine, thus they will occasionally examine other options, even if they do not believe in them. For the debater, this open-minded side of themselves allows them to truly explore new experiences. Because they are accustomed to being adaptive, this not only helps them grow, but it also helps them succeed in changing environments. Excellent brainstorming abilities. ENTPs are known for evaluating problems from all sides in order to come up with the best feasible solutions. With their ability to combine originality and understanding to splay out all elements of the subject matter being addressed, reject without remorse solutions that do not work, and point out even more possibilities, they are often considered invaluable in brainstorming sessions. Super high creativity. ENTPs are inherently creative people who enjoy experimenting with new ideas and possibilities. Their brains are almost always pondering over various ideas, and their imagination is significantly more comprehensive than most people believe. ENTPs don't have to work very hard to come up with new ideas. In fact, they often have to work harder to restrict themselves. This feeling of creativity benefits them in succeeding in any career or environment that requires them to generate fresh ideas. They appreciate being able to express themselves creatively, thus they excel in the jobs that allow them to do so. This infinite dose of creativity and innovation is one of the biggest strengths of an ENTP personality type. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Weaknesses. Impracticality. ENTPs have a chaotic aura about them that can be both amusing and irritating to coworkers and partners. They often lose track of the immediate chores around them, such as housework, yard work, or other duties of everyday living, such as paying bills, as they become involved in their thoughts. An ENTP can be bright, yet they can also be destitute, unorganized, and even irresponsible. Debater types lose interest in hard details and day-to-day execution, where their creative flair is not only required but actually counterproductive, resulting in their proposals never seeing the light of day. Procrastination. Procrastination and poor time management are other traits often associated with ENTPs. This is partly due to their prospecting component, which prefers to keep absorbing information rather than making a decision and getting down to business. The problem isn't so much laziness as it is a reluctance to put a stop to the flow of data and concepts in order to focus on one particular topic or one decision. They have trouble prioritizing duties and will try to keep new information and ideas out of the way of their current work, which results in frequent procrastination. Argumentativeness. ENTPs like debating a point of view with their knowledge. They are not afraid to dispute with anyone who disagrees with their viewpoints. This might create a lot of anxiety and stress. If others do not approve or support their ideas, ENTPs have a tendency to avoid them, that they are aggressive and nasty when it comes to their own beliefs, and they try to apply the same to others. This may give the appearance that ENTPs are irritable and judgmental. Debaters tend to be argumentative, especially for the pure sake of argument, not for the purpose of digging to the truth. Emotional problems. When it comes to emotions, ENTPs have a hard time dealing with them and dislike concentrating on them. When they have to confront their own feelings or the feelings of everyone around them, they become agitated. This isn't because ENTPs don't care, they simply have a difficult time expressing their emotions in a way that others can understand. ENTPs genuinely care about their loved ones, but they show it through humor and sarcasm, and occasionally in more practical ways. When they are asked to express their feelings, ENTPs can get fatigued and unsure of how to go about it. Career. In terms of professions, ENTPs seek out careers that offer some creative freedom. They typically enjoy working with others and using their leadership skills, but they also thrive in jobs that provide flexibility and spontaneity rather than relying on daily routines. Many ENTPs look for demanding jobs that let them put their ideas into action. Here are some best fits for ENTP's career. Lawyer. Given their natural focus on argumentation and the use of data to support their claims, ENTPs would flourish as lawyers. They take pride in being able to persuasively argue their position and will do so using facts and original thinking. ENTPs can make truly outstanding lawyers and frequently love using their skills in a way that is similar to debating. The ENTP can both excel at this and feel favorably challenged by it because they must conduct extensive study, use lots of data, and apply logic to their argument. Broker. What better position for the charismatic, impulsive, and quick-witted ENTP than the trading floor, where they can react to changes and trade stocks at breakneck speed? Stock traders and brokers must be completely knowledgeable about their investments, which appeals to the ENTP's drive to be an authority in their profession and ensures contact with powerful individuals. PR specialist. The ENTP aspires to master their field and know everything. When someone manages PR for a business or numerous businesses, they can not only increase personal influence but also use their insights to benefit others. Since PR is a field that evolves quickly, it takes someone who can adapt to these changes while still coming up with new ideas. Entrepreneur. For the ENTP, starting your own business is frequently one of the most sensible solutions. They love being able to manage their own affairs and are natural leaders. For the ENTP, freedom from having to comply with other people's rules and demands is truly fulfilling. They will be effective as long as they have an assistant or other individuals who aid them in handling some of the more complex organizational challenges. They become genuinely exhausted pretty soon from having to perform boring and repetitive jobs. Debaters excel at coming up with unique strategies to advance and are frequently fairly innovative in their chosen fields. For the ENTP, especially the more goal-oriented ones, starting their own business is often the best option. Relationships. Debaters don't like to hear "you're right" unless that is absolutely the consequence of outwitting them in a heated intellectual debate. They look for a friend who can stand their ground. If debaters are wrong, they want to know, and they need to know all the details of the flaws in their logic. So long as everyone understands not to take each other's words too personally, anyone who stands up to a controversy and doesn't mind stimulating insightful discussion is a great friend to an ENTP personality type. When debaters are being creative, they come up with a never-ending stream of innovation and ideas, and this is evident in their romantic relationships as well. Growth plays a key role for people with the debater personality type, and before they have even found a date, they are already thinking of all the ways that they and their partner will grow together. Starting from their earliest dates with a potential partner, debaters are pushing boundaries and traditions, seeking honesty and spontaneity, as well as open-mindedness. Dating debaters is never boring because they have vivid personalities. Why the ENTP personality type is so unique. Armed with a powerful intellect and vivid imagination, debaters can overcome or outmaneuver obstacles that seem unbeatable to most. On the personal level, the ENTP who practices tolerance, empathy, and reduces the argumentative urges has everything in his or her power to lead a rich and rewarding life. These videos will be really helpful for you.